there, brother. Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by every person who's ever lived in Hawaii, including Jason Park. Shout out to everyone who made it here to the podcast today, Friday. Every Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We're also on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, YouTube. We do it all. I appreciate you guys. We're only 42 minutes late today, and we have a math problem for you guys to solve in a little while, so stick around. Shout out to Paul Miranda, Grog, Gyges, Baba Booey, Chris Chronic, Probably Deaded, Day Day, Snorch, Fish Inc., maybe a couple of lurkers in here, hiding in the shadows. I have a lot of topics today, but they're probably going to go by quickly. So I don't know. This could go one of many ways. Let's start off with our first topic. It's an article. We do this probably, 3 or 4 times a year? John, a regular visitor to the 9th Island Bar, will return to Hawaii 6 figures richer. He hit a jackpot, $337,000 while playing Pai Gow poker. So, $300,000. I just recently won 1/300th of that amount. I won $1,400 2 weeks ago. And my first thought is always, what am I going to spend that on? What am I going to do with it? Well, I put half in the bank and the other half I'm going to probably spend on a tattoo. But typically when I think about these huge numbers, I think, what am I going to do with that money? What would I do with that money? Okay, well, I'd buy a new car. I'd trade in my car and get a truck. I'd get a small truck. Right? What's the Toyota truck that the super popular one? I'd get one of those. Not the Tundra, the other one. Whatever. I'd get one of those. New truck. Some new rifles maybe. Get a couple new rifles. And then I would redo my house. I would have someone paint my house. I'd redo my roof. I'd redo all my carpet. I'd redo my kitchen. And then at that point, I'd still have $300,000 left. So then maybe maybe I'd go on a little vacation or something. Maybe I'd take my dog on a vacation. Ninja and Koopa visit Mexico. Oh, that sounds great, huh? Or Canada. Ninja and his dog visit Canada. Unless pit bulls are not allowed in Canada, which wouldn't surprise me. In Canada. That makes me think of Nardwar. So Ninja Lifestyle, I see you're in Canada. I see you brought your dog. Okay, well, your dog's 4 years old. We've been watching a lot of Nardwar on on the late night streams. By the way, we stream Monday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night. It's kind of like the podcast, but it's more interactive. It's more like chatting and hanging out. It's less like me. Like for the podcast, I even have a podcast command which says, hey, I don't respond to the chat that much because when people are watching this or listening to this on their phones or at a later time, they might not know who I'm talking to because the chat room is kind of small. Some people are watching on a phone anyways. What else is going on? It's been a fun week. I've been watching a lot of movies. Oh, last Friday, nothing interesting happened. The next day was Saturday. Patty the Batty Pimblett fought on the UFC, whatever it was, 282 or something like that. Terrible. One of the worst judging decisions ever, and it makes me happy that someone's getting investigated. Okay, UFC has become some Vince McMahon bullshit where the judges are out here like making horrible calls, resulting in people winning or losing millions and millions of dollars. And no one's ever thought to investigate these guys. I don't know. Yeah, the fight wasn't close at all. I remember, I think it was O'Malley Yan. I think I quoted 27 out of 28 media outlets scored it for Yan and 1 scored it for O'Malley. Well, I looked into the stats for this Patty fight, and I'm going to keep this topic short. I know a lot of you guys don't watch UFC or MMA. By the way, Mariusz Pudzianowski's fighting tomorrow. I'm very excited. Former 5-time world's strongest man. So I looked at this website called MMAdecisions.com. And in this scenario, 23 out of 24 media outlets scored it for Patty to have lost. One media outlet thinks he won. And then if you ask the audience, like the people that vote, 90% of the people think that Patty lost. And that's fine. Okay, mistakes happen. In the post-fight interview, Patty gets the microphone and he goes, I beat the shit out of that guy. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And then the press conference, even later, he goes, wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And he's like, look at his face and then look at mine. Well, if you watch the fight, your face was punched, 50 times more often than his face got punched. Maybe you just take damage better. Maybe you've been punched so many times in your face that your face has been able to like evolve and just get used to it, right? You know, like when like these Thai guys, they train their shins to become really strong. If they kick a tree, it doesn't cut their shin open, right? Because their shin has evolved to become like a piece of rock. Well, Patty's probably been hitting his fucking face so often because he's so bad at defending punches that his face no longer gets damaged. It's permanently ready to be punched, which is not a compliment, right? I'm not a pro fighter, okay? But I have been in a lot of fights, and I will tell you this. A lot of punches that have been thrown at me in the history of all punches, some of them were blocked by my hands, or sometimes my open hands, right? Patty's never blocked a punch in his fucking life. I think it would hurt him. I think his hands would start bleeding, right? Because his hands have probably never absorbed like a block. So his hand would get cut open. He'd be the first UFC fighter to have the fight called via bloody hands. He's like, it looks like he's bleeding, Mike. It looks like he's bleeding. From where? His eye? No. He blocked a punch and both of his hands are split wide open. I don't think he's ever blocked a punch before. Okay, enough about that. Yeah, MMA is super fucking rigged. A real topic, guys. I don't want to be the conspiracy guy, tinfoil hat guy, but I always am. I always end up being that guy. The frogs are gay. I feel like I read an article or a couple of articles that said hashtag Twitter files, and it's all this information coming out about Twitter, how it worked, and about the people involved, and about censorship, and about how some articles regarding some politicians were silenced, and some articles regarding other politicians were boosted, and Twitter had gone on record, or employees of Twitter had gone on record saying there's no such thing as shadow bans, there's no such thing as hiding of posts, there's no such thing as any of this stuff, and then it all comes out, I guess, last week, that all of that was a lie, which makes me feel happy. Because imagine how bad YouTube is. This is coming from the guy with 266,000 subscribers who gets an average of 900 views. Less than 1%. Less than 1% of the people that chose to subscribe to me see my channel. And why do I get a message every 2 or 3 days? I get a DM saying, oh, I found you on Instagram. Why did you stop making YouTube videos? And I respond, I never stopped. I make 4 YouTube videos every single week. In fact, my YouTube channel has now acquired 2,300 videos, 2,300 videos. And I have never taken a week off. I've never taken a day off. I've never not been consistent. Every single Friday, every single Saturday, every single Sunday, there's a Ninja Lifestyle video. You just don't get to see it because YouTube doesn't send it to you. Probably because I've said all the buzzwords over the years, right? I say that I have the podcast where I say all the buzzwords. I mention COVID. We talk about Donald Trump, Joe Biden. We shoot guns. We talk about guns. We talk about abortion. And YouTube one day, I imagine, was like, whoa, we don't want this guy to be like representative of YouTube. And then I never got, most of my videos never got sent to sub boxes anymore, which, by the way, the sub box changed. It's now your recommended box. It's now what YouTube recommends. So it's one of those things, I've bitched about it for years. Like it would be illogical to believe that one day, or let's say 1 week, I'm getting 3 million views per month or whatever it was. I don't remember. There was some big stat. Maybe it was 10 million. I was getting up to 20,000 subs every month. And then over the course of a week, it became negative. And my 270,000 subs is now down to 266,000. I find it hard to believe that 99.7% of my subscribers, all on the exact same week, all called each other on the phone and said, "You want to stop watching Ninja Lifestyle?" Yeah, I think we should all do that. All 265,000 of us? Yeah, we should all just stop. Okay, cool. I'll tell the other guys. All right, cool. I find that hard to believe. So now that Twitter has been called out, I have this, like, I'm holding on to this truth that maybe that could bode well for YouTube. I mean, let's be honest, it's a miracle I haven't been banned. But I think I don't know, everyone hates Elon Musk, but having found out that Twitter was lying for so long, and also I read an article yesterday that said Twitter was doing next to nothing to combat child pornography. Next to nothing was the quote. And I think a lot of people, like a reasonable person, would say, oh, that should be your number one priority. Or that should be one of your top 2 priorities. I can't think of anything that should be above that. But it should be up there, right? It should be a tie between child porn and terrorism. Like, okay, is someone going to blow up a government building? Is someone going to try to sell a child? Okay, well, both of those are very important. Let's hire a team that's going to get this problem taken care of. Turns out there was very little effort on that front, which is scary. But yeah, so Twitter's denied it. There's no suppression, there's no censorship, there's no favoritism. Turns out there was the entire time, and there's a bunch of records to prove it. According to what I read, you know, I didn't investigate the fucking servers myself. YouTube's in that same boat where they pretend none of that's real. It's fucking real. Okay? So, we're just going to mention that real quick. Can I tell you guys how much of a better person I'm becoming? I feel like it's important sometimes to congratulate yourself. Not necessarily to be, like, conceited. You know, not to just wake up and look in the mirror and say, damn, I look good. Look how big my giant fucking dick is. Although that's okay, too. I feel like sometimes you can look at a situation and say, I handled that one good. I handled that situation good. And I don't think there's anything unhealthy about that. So let me tell you about Carl's Jr. Let me tell you about Carl's motherfucking Jr. I've had a stressed relationship with this one location for a long time. And you know what? It's a shame. Because their burgers are good. They use real avocados, I can tell. It's a shame that the internal situation is so fucked up. So, I want to go to Carl's Jr. And I remember, here's what happened. I was kind of like hungover. I wanted to go to Carl's Jr. Could have went to Subway. Could have went to Domino's. Could have went to McDonald's. Could have went to Taco Bell. They're all the same distance from my house. I live in a really like fast food heavy neighborhood. So I think to myself, you know what? Let's try Carl's Jr. I'm like, kind of want a burger. And they also have a chicken sandwich, you know, watch my cholesterol. And fuck it. I love jalapeno poppers. And they have all of those. Oh, what a great time it would be to go support a business with my hard-earned American dollars. Oh, cool. Then I think to myself, well, last time I went, I ordered my food and it took 33 minutes to get me my hamburger and jalapeno poppers, which surprises me because even if you're frying the jalapeno poppers from a frozen state, it only takes 7 minutes. So I thought at the absolute most, I would have waited 9 minutes and still been annoyed. 33 minutes, you know. You should have seen me on social media. Oh, I get mad. That's how I get even. It never works. But, so I say to myself, you know what? That was a year ago. Time heals all wounds, Carl's Jr. So I think to myself, I'll try it again. But you know what? I'm not going to make the same mistake. Because you know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You ain't going to fool me twice. You're not gonna fucking fool me twice. So you know what I do? I say I don't want to wait in line. I'll order online. Go to carlsjr.com. Order online. Can't pay with PayPal. That's annoying. I like to pay with PayPal. It's easier for me. Type in my credit card number. Tick, 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 tick. It's approved. And then instead of saying your order will be ready in 15 minutes, it goes, you got an email. Make sure you read the email and click make my food. I say, that's odd. You know, I'm the one who just put my money out into the world. Just say 15 minutes and I'll be there. But then again, you know, maybe in a rural area, maybe it's more than 15 minutes to your nearest Carl's Jr. I say, okay, fine. How long will it take to make this food? I say to myself, about 3 minutes. So I wait till I get in my car and I hit beep, make my food. And it goes, we understood your request. We're making your food now. And I say, that's me driving. I drive a lawnmower to Carl's Jr. I drive a weed whacker to fucking Carl's Jr. Chainsaw. So I get in the car, I drive there. 3 minutes later, I try to open the door. The door's locked. I say, my heart skips a beat. My heart goes a little faster now. I go, what the fuck? Fucking door's locked? Why the fuck is the door locked to Carl's Jr.? It's 7 p.m. Fucking knock on it. Make some noises. They ignore me. I can see them in there working. They ignore me. I walk around to the back entrance because you're not going to fuck me today. I walk to the back entrance. I go in there. The door's locked. I swear to God. I walk in. There's this young kid. He's at the counter looking down at his finger, just like playing with like his skin or something. Like picking skin off of his finger. Just minding, like clearly there's a customer here. Just like pulling skin off of his finger. Excuse me. How you doing today, sir? What can I get you? I'm already a little bit annoyed. As I should be. I look at the guy and say, I got an online order for Steve. He goes, there's no online orders. I say, well, okay, I have the receipt and here's my email. And he goes, well, what's the address? I say, okay, 1117 Decatur. I go, that's this address, right? He's like, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, okay, like, have I done something to offend you, motherfucker? Like, for you to not give a fuck about doing your job right now? So I'm like, he looks again. He's like, no, there's no order. And he's like, I'm like, so what should I do? Like, here's my receipt. You can see that I paid $17. And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know either. Like, none of us know. So, but only one of us works for the company. Like, in my mind, I'm like, only one of us works here. So yes, I don't know. And you don't know, but it's more of a you thing than me. So he says, maybe just wait a few minutes and see if it pops up. And I say, okay, like it's been 15 minutes since I made the order. It's been 5 minutes since I confirmed the order. Your machine's probably broken. So he says, you should cancel the credit charge, and then walks away. And I'm just like, what? In my mind, I'm doing. You know what? I'm not going to say what I'm doing in my mind. In my mind, my mind is going fucking crazy. Okay? like thank you for your. Oh my, so helpful. So I wait there for 1 minute, and I decide, fuck this. I have a plan. No one's paying me, but I will solve this. It's really charity work at this point, right? Working for free. I'm volunteering at the local Carl's Jr. I'm volunteering my time for the Latter-day Saints of America. I put on a white shirt and a tie, I rode my bicycle, and I said, I'll donate my brain so that I can save this lowly burger joint at no cost to you. Only out of the goodness of my heart. So I say, hey, and then I look, there's no one there. I'm like, where the fuck is any employee? Hello? Another 8-year-old walks out. And I say, listen, you guys, the online thing is broken. Let me just order the exact same thing that I ordered, and I'll just cancel my credit card. So I get it, comes out to the same price. They cook it at a reasonable speed. And in the middle of me going crazy, I thought to myself, you know what, Steve, Ninja lifestyle, you were 9 years old once. And although when you were 9, you didn't work at Carl's Jr., but when you were 9, you didn't have those problem-solving skills. Also, you were more worried about like Legos and Dragon Ball Z. That's what was on your mind. You weren't worried about customer service when you were 9 years old. And I took a deep breath. And I thought to myself, you know what? I shouldn't get mad at this kid. He's thinking about something else. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't care about Carl's Jr. He doesn't care about his job. He doesn't care about me. So like in my mind, it was humbling to think, because at first you think to yourself, my first thought is I go full Karen mode. I was like, manager, who do I call to complain about this store? Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's do all these Karen things. And then I thought to myself, well, that's not going to achieve anything. It's going to waste my time. It's going to bother that fucking poor 9-year-old who is 9-year-old trapped in an 18-year-old's body. It's going to bother him. He might get in trouble. And I just thought to myself, you know what, dude? Let's just order the food again, cancel the credit charge. All right? Carl's Jr. is not going to dispute it with me because I'll burn that motherfucker down. And life will go on and everyone will be fine. And that kid can go back to picking his fucking fingers in his empty-ass piece of shit restaurant. And I can go back to hanging out with my dog, eating a double American fucking California burger with my jalapeno poppers and my chicken sandwich, which I put hot sauce on. And then everyone will be happy. I did a woo-saw moment in the middle of a war zone in my brain. And I'm taking this opportunity to give myself a pat on the back. Good job for not losing your fucking mind. Sometimes it's okay to lose your mind. Sometimes it's okay to lose your mind. Every once in a while. Not all the time. In this situation, poor kid didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? He has no fucking idea why he's there. Forgot he was at work. If I try to guilt trip him, it's not gonna fucking work. And it's also, that's a waste of my time, right? I say this metaphor all the time. How many years of your life have you spent waiting at a red light? Add up every second, and then that turns into minutes, that turns into hours, that turns into days, turns into years, and then by the end of your life, you die at age 70, and you say, well, I spent 2 years at a red light. How many years of my life am I going to spend yelling at fast food? I don't want it to be any more than 20 minutes. So, stop doing it. Stop being a dick. Stop taking it too serious. It's just fast food. Worst case scenario, you can walk out and go to Subway. There's no reason to bother these people. I turned my inner Karen off, and for that, I deserve a pat on the back. I did one time lose my fucking mind at a Walgreens. Shit, I was probably like 20 years old, 21, 20 years old. Went into Walgreens, I believe, to get a DV tape, to get a tape that works for a VX1000 camera. Bought my tape. Some guy is behind me. He says, hey, can I get $1? I said, no, you can't get $1. He says, hey, can I use your phone? I say, no, you can't use my phone. It's a kid the same age as me. You know, whatever. Maybe younger, maybe older. I don't know. I'm 20. He's probably 18. Can I have $1? No. Can I use your phone? No. He goes, fine, you don't have to be a dick about it. I lost my fucking mind. I lost my fucking mind. I lost my fucking mind. I turn around in the middle of fucking Walgreens. Like, you think I'm fucking being mad? You think this is me being a dick? I will fuck you up in this Walgreens right now. I will fuck you up. Lost my fucking mind. The people in front, the whole store goes silent and stares at us. Like, and he's like, okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. And then it's his turn to go to the window, and he goes, just go in front of me, man. You just go in front of me. after you. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. You damn right it's after me. You damn right it's me in front of you, you piece of bitch. You piece of bitch. You know what I liked about situations like that? The Walgreens worker, much like the Carl's Jr. worker, didn't give a fuck about anything. They didn't say, hey, chill. Hey, relax. I'm calling the police. Nothing. Just hanging out. Yeah, beat his ass. I feel like in their mind, they were like, beat his fucking ass. Beat his fucking tweaker ass. He's going to steal your phone. Beat his fucking ass. You know what? The DV tape It's on the house. It's on the house. Here, take another one. Tell your friends about this Walgreens. The owner wants to talk to you. He wants to give you the Nobel Peace Prize for being a dick for a good reason. And then there's a parade. I walk out, there's a parade. Everyone's cheering. Everyone's cheering. Someone from prehistoric times wants to wash my feet because I stood up to some douchebag fucking loser. Oh yeah. For miles and miles, the city's rejoiced for Steve getting mad at fucking Walgreens. Oh, that's how my brain works, guys. Do you guys want a chance to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? Would you guys like to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? All you have to do is answer the question correctly. And today it is a math question. It is a math question. It is a math question. I'll type it out just so people in the chat can also see it. We need to solve for X. You need to solve for X here. Okay? These trivia questions are getting crazier and crazier. Okay. 5x plus 3 equals 18. 5x plus 3 equals 18. Solve for x. Chris Chronicle is the first one. He says 3. Dr. Wombs also says 3. You guys are fast today. How come whenever I ask about like planets, like what's the biggest planet, the fucking chat room goes silent for 9 straight minutes? No one can figure out what the largest planet is. Or when I ask like I don't know, something basic, like, oh, who's the star of Hey Arnold? What's the character's name who starred in Hey Arnold? Everyone says Helga, Gerald, Dee Dee, Dexter. No, it's called Hey Arnold. Who are the stars of Kenan and Kel? Oh, Frank. It's Frank. God. But a math problem and suddenly it's fucking Good Will Hunting. Everybody fucking knows the answer immediately. Chris Chronicle, you are the winner, man. Send me a DM and with your address and I'll send you the sticker packs. Okay, moving on. I love the Good Will Hunting joke, by the way. I hope that made some of you guys laugh. Football head. Thieves were caught on camera stealing packages from North Las Vegas neighborhoods. Now, this happens all the time around the holidays. And during the pre-show, I was fantasizing about how interesting it would be if you remember the show Bait Car? They would put cars in neighborhoods where cars always get stolen, and they would just have a hidden camera in the car and a GPS tracker and police all over the place, and they would just wait for someone to steal the car. They should have that with Amazon packages. Amazon packages should be out there, but they should explode and blow your hand apart, blind you. They should blow a leg off. And then don't like at that point, don't worry about going to court. Don't worry about catching them. Don't worry about the GPS. Just know that they don't have a hand anymore. And I'm not saying that just to be cruel, okay? There's a big picture here. The big picture is now, every time someone thinks about stealing an Amazon package, they'll think to themselves, well, I remember Brian got his hand blown off. And my friend Chris, he's blind now because he tried to steal one. And that chick Megan, she lost her whole tits. Both of her tits were blown clean off. They call her Marvin now because she tried to steal an Amazon package and it exploded. Fiery explosion. Her dog died too. So, in that situation, I think I won't steal this because of what I've seen happen in the past. Right? That's why I say fuck crosswalks. More people should get run over so that everyone has this memory of a dead homie that keeps them on their toes. Like, oh, I don't want to. I'm not doing that shit. Remember what happened? You had to pour out some liquor for that fool. No, I'm looking both ways. I'm gonna put a decoy out, make sure no cars are coming, and I'm crossing the street. No one would ever die again. Amazon would never get a package stolen again. Or they would start doing it like that movie, The Hurt Locker. People would be stealing Amazon packages in full fucking bomb squad gear. Just so they can get some toilet paper, or what do people buy on Amazon? Hot sauce? That's what I buy. Toilet paper and hot sauce. It's kind of like a yin and yang. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about that. Or you know what? Okay. Besides the violentness of the explosion, what if it just exploded and I was saying earlier, ink, just like heavy ink comes out. So now your car's ruined, your apartment's ruined. Maybe your kid was in the car. Your kid now has blue skin for the next 4 weeks. Like, okay, cool. Now your kid's name is Blueface. And then then he becomes a famous rapper. And then my entire plan backfires because now I just created a millionaire rapper off of a shitty fucking Amazon idea. Okay, you know what? Let's make it another color. Make it another color and make it burn. Make it burn really badly. Like fuck! It's burning. Also make it toxic to animals. No, never mind. I look at a lot of criminal shit the same way I look at this. And obviously, sometimes I lack like the empathy that I should have. We read an article earlier today where a babysitter killed a 5-year-old. And I thought to myself, like, oh, well, yeah, you're going to go to jail for 20 years. 30'd be better. 40'd be best. 50'd be nice. Being tortured every day of those 50 years, we're getting warmer, right? Killing a child for no fucking reason. I feel like if there was higher, like, consequences, less shit would happen, right? Because I've met people over the years, like, oh, yeah, I killed somebody. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, what? Well, why? Like, oh, I just didn't like them. Okay, what happened? I went to jail for 8 days, and I got out. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm still on probation, though, because after that, I stabbed a guy. I'm like, oh, you murdered a guy and then you stabbed another guy? Yeah, but that was like 2 weeks ago. Oh, and you're just hanging out? Drinking? I'm not supposed to be drinking, but yeah. Who'd you stab? Some guy I met at a bar, just like you. Oh shit! Why aren't you in jail? That's always what I think to myself. Why aren't you in jail? We read an article, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Some chick got her 7th DUI on the day that she went to court for her 6th DUI. And in my mind, I'm like, why aren't you in jail? Like, how are you? Who's giving you cars? How are you able to step into a car? Like, how are you free? I don't know, man. You know what that reminds me of? We've been watching a lot of police chases on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Shout out to Love My Toe. Sends us links of live police chases happening in California. And you would think like, oh, like what? Like one every week or two? No, like 5 per day. They happen all day, every day. And I think to myself, like there's a shocking amount of criminals that get away. Like, I would say it's like a 50% chance, right? We watched one the other day. Oh, I should have brought this up, the video. We watched one the other day where they cornered a guy in a liquor store. He runs into the liquor store. The cops sick a dog on the wrong person who doesn't even match the description at all. Dog attacks random person. Criminal gets away. It's like I feel like the cops get overtime if they make a police chase last like over their shift. They're like, I get off in an hour. Well, fuck it. Let's chase this guy for 7 hours. Let's get time and a half. Okay, cool. Well, what do we do at the end? Let's let him go. I mean, we owe him one. He got us extra money, right? And a free lunch. Yeah, you know what? We do owe him one. Let's chase his ass through like several counties for 7 hours. Let him stop for gas, give him some snacks, and then let him go. Because, hey, drinks on me tonight. I just got an extra fucking $900. I don't know why the California cops sound like New Jersey. We just got an extra $900. Let's go have a grinder. Grinding the coffee on me. Hot dogs here in the icebox. Oh man, the police chases are the highlight of my week. Oh my god, I'm getting hot. Laughing so much is making me hot. By the way, check out my shirt, guys. If you guys are listening, not watching, King Hasbullah. It's one of those like 90s hip hop shirts, but it's the guy Hasbullah, like the super small, like child looking fighter guy from TikTok and Instagram, whatever. Anyways, Bottom line is, in California, it pays to be a criminal. It's actually, you actually get tax breaks and like free money, drugs. Like if you're a regular person, drugs are illegal. But if you're a criminal, drugs are encouraged. You actually, instead of police taking your drugs, they give you more. And like if they find you with drugs like heroin, they're like, oh shit, we need to give you some clean needles, and they give them to you. And then they say, yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah, actually, most cops in California, they wear big red hats with beards, and they ride reindeer, and they give treats and gifts to any criminal. Next article. Woman who stole and hid a Rolex inside genitals was in town for court on prior theft charge. I'm gonna sum this one up. Earlier this year, she stole somebody's Patek Philippe wristwatch. She's a prostitute, obviously. It doesn't say that, but she's a prostitute. Well, it does say that lower in the article, right? She's a prostitute. A lot of you guys haven't been to Las Vegas. If you go to any high-end casino, right? Caesars, fucking Aria, Cosmo. You go to a high-end casino, prostitutes are everywhere. They typically walk around in pairs. They're wearing high heels. They're not necessarily all dressed skimpily, but they're all wearing heels. They walk in pairs, and they randomly talk to you for no reason, right? You're sitting here playing a game. You're having a great time. They walk up. They say, hi. Hi, how you doing? And then that's all. Now I know. I'm like, oh, shit. My response is always, I live here. I live here. I'm not a tourist. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, cool. Have a good night. Very nice, polite. No one's ever a dick. I know what you guys are doing. And now you know who I am. So now we have established that no one will be making any money tonight off either of us. And I don't have a Rolex for you to shove in your pussy. So we're wasting both of each other's times. So anyways, on June 4th, she stole some guy's wristwatch and stole some money from him and drugged him. That was in June. So she had to come back to Las Vegas 6 months later for her court date. And she's right back doing it again. She stole some guy's Rolex, shoved it in her pussy, and she was caught. And then she said, officer, I know there's the easy way and the hard way. I want the easy way. And then she goes, pulls it out. Pulls it out and says, you got me, officer. You caught me. You caught me diamond pussied. Red-handed, diamond pussied. I don't, you get the joke. You got me, officer. So, anyways, this chick is still drugging people. My ex-girlfriend worked as a front desk, and she said this happened every single week. Prostitute would go up to the room. Guy would get his wallet stolen. Guy would run down, say, someone stole my wallet. And they'd say, who did it? It was a girl. Oh, what do you mean by girl? Listen, prostitute stole my wallet. I need your help. We need to look at the cameras. They're not gonna find it. Your wallet's gone. You're not gonna find it. Sure, we'll call security. This is over. The case is closed. You've been had. You know what I do think though? I think that there should be a higher priority on the drugging of people. Like, as far as law enforcement, I don't think that people should be drugged more often. I'm saying, like, if I go to a bar and I drug a chick, it's like a huge fucking thing. Or it should be. I think it is. It has to be. Date rape type shit. Even if you're not raping them, if you're planning on it, or just planning on, like, altering their mood, I feel like that should be a big, like, charge, like a felony, right? I never hear that happening with these prostitutes, but everyone complains that they've been drugged. And in this article, I don't want to read the whole thing because we're almost at the end of our time here. In the article, it says that she found a capsule with a white powdery substance in their purse or whatever. So she drugged the guy. I wish they would test the substance and find out what it is. You know, if it's some type of sleeping pill or whatever date rape drug roofies or something. I feel like that should be something that you should get in big trouble for. Prostitution, I don't really care about the prostitution. You know what? You got the vagina. You should be allowed to use it wherever you want to do it, as long as it's a safe environment, right? I don't care about the prostitution thing. The drugging of people, I don't like. The stealing of the watch, that sucks. But I guess that's part of the game. That's one of those things where it's like, you're just dumb. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like a kid in high school, like buying a bag of oregano and thinking it's weed and then going, man, what the fuck? You're supposed to, the whole what the fuck thing, you should say that in the mirror. You should look in the mirror and go, hey, what the fuck? Because you're the dumb one. The article said that they were cuddling and she kept saying, take off your watch. Take off your watch. I don't like cuddling with your watch on. I'd be like, bitch. Take off your fucking watch. Oh, that's right. You don't have one. Sorry, dumb prostitute bitch. I'm going to keep my watch on. Go get your own. Okay. Couple more thoughts real quick. Somebody bought a cake muscle skateboard in Australia. No one has bought a skateboard in Australia for quite some time. I went to do the shipping cost. It used to be $26 for me to ship a skateboard from America to Australia, like $26 or $28, something like that. It's now $130. Don't know what the fuck changed, but I had to cancel an order. By the way, cakemuscle.com if you want to buy some skateboards. Our Black Friday deal started on Black Friday, and it's going to continue until I run out of skateboards. It's the longest Black Friday deal that's ever existed. It might even exist until next Black Friday. We'll call it the Blackest Friday deal. Oh, let's maybe not call it that. So if you're in Australia, don't buy Cake Muscle skateboards. It's just a big setback. Just a big setback. Like, oh, I could be making money right now, but now the Postal Service, both USPS and UPS, FedEx, DHL, they're all fucking me in the asshole, and that sucks. All right, movies. I watched some good movies this week. Some really good ones. So typically when I stream on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I start at like 9 or 10, and I go until 1 or 2. Well, this week I've started at about 8 p.m., and I go until 12 or 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 5-hour stream. We share some laughs. We smoke some weed. Smoke the W. Drink it to 11 sometimes. So this week I've had extra time. My bedtime is like 3, 4 in the morning. That's typically like the schedule I'm used to. So this whole week I've had extra time to watch Netflix movies. So here's my list. I watched a movie called Burnt. It's the guy from, God damn it. What the fuck is that asshole's name? The guy from, the Sniper movie. He's the sniper. Oh, fuck, dude. See, this is the worst part of me trying to... Anyways, he's the guy from The Hangover, too. The pretty boy. He's also from the movie Limitless. Yeah, Chris Kyle. It was definitely Chris Kyle was in this new movie called Burnt. Yeah, it was certainly not the actor. Why would I ever fucking be talking about the actual fucking person? Bradley Cooper. My God, the chat room. Did I have a fucking autistic fucking chat room or what? Bradley Cooper's in it. He's the star. He's like a chef who has like an addiction problem. Oh, he's a chef who has an addiction problem. And I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but he's trying to get a Michelin star. He's having all this mental problems. He's going through his stuff. And we watch a lot of like cooking videos and chef videos and just things, all things cooking and in high-end restaurant. And I thought it was cool. It's nice to see the stress of a kitchen, right? It's like watching Iron Chef, but with good actors. Really loved it. The movie's called Burnt. God damn it. It's an okay movie if you like cooking. Or if you like anything related to that. Or if you like Iron Chef or Food Network, watch the movie Burnt. Then I watched Emily the Criminal. This was a cool one. I don't know this chick's name, and I don't even want to venture to guess. It's like number 3 on Netflix, or it was this week. Emily the Criminal. This chick has a bunch of like student loans, and her job's being a dick, and she can't get a job, and her friends are assholes, and her life is terrible. Nothing's going right. Somebody says, hey, you want to make some extra money? She goes, sure. She does a small like credit card scam, and then she enjoys the credit card scam, and then things get out of control. I don't want to spoil the movie, But if that sounds interesting to you, I think you would like it. I typically don't like movies where like the main star is a woman because I hate women and I think they shouldn't be allowed to vote. I'm joking. I usually don't like women as the star of movies because I usually watch like action movies and thrillers, and I get really annoyed when in the action movie, like the 94-pound woman defeats 9 Navy SEALs using only her high heel, and they all have like, you know, AR-15s and fucking knives and handguns, and she uses her shoe to fight off 15 highly trained fucking 400-pound men. And I think to myself, oh, well, this is now a comedy. I'm no longer watching an action movie. It's become a comedy. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so that's why I typically don't watch movies where ladies are the stars. But I really loved this one. Emily the Criminal. Emily? Oh, I almost said Emily the Criminal? Bitch! I said it earlier. Emily the Criminal. I have to read it. I have to look at it. I'm dyslexic. I don't think I am. Okay. I watched another one called Tucker. Something about Tucker. It's a movie based on maybe a true story. Who knows? This guy invented a bunch of shit for the military. And then one day he wakes up and he goes, you know what? I want to start inventing a new car. And I want to add all these new features to cars. Well, there's already big car manufacturers out there, right? They're called the big three. I don't know what those are. Let's say Ford, Chevrolet, and fucking something else. I don't know. Whatever it is. Honda. Whatever it is. Big three American car companies. I don't know if any of those are American car companies. I'm really stupid when it comes to cars. Anyways, this guy wants to start competing. He makes like a really cool car. He has all these dope ass cars, but they won't give him like a license to sell cars. They won't give him a warehouse. The government fucks him over. They put him in jail. It's all like the government's all against him because they want to keep the corporations rich and they don't want the little guy to make any money. And it's really interesting. He goes to court, and I guess it's based on a true story. I guess the cars are called Tucker mobiles or something. And I guess there's still 50 of them in existence in the world. They were not able to get the permits or whatever. Really, really cool movie. If you're a car guy, you've probably already seen it. If you're kind of a car guy or car gal, I think you'd like it. It's called Tucker something. I don't remember what it's called, man. Listen, it's a shitty podcast. Give me a break. Finally, best movie I watched all week. Oh, I loved it. It made me tear up. A single tear fell down my eyes. I said, I love this movie. It's called Saint Vincent. I'm not like the huge like Bill Murray fan. I know everyone loves Bill fucking Murray for whatever reason. He plays a grumpy old man, and some kid moves in next to him. The kid is home alone all the time, doesn't have any friends, so he becomes friends with this grumpy old man. The old man's like a huge dick, takes him to the racetrack, takes him out to the bar. They just become buddies, just a 150-year-old man and some fucking 1-year-old kid just hanging out, Bonnie and Clyde style. And there's a bunch of like moments where you're like, oh, and other moments where you're like, ugh. It was a perfect roller coaster of like, this is annoying, this is cool, dialogue fantastic, acting was fantastic. The kid actors are fucking terrible. All right, there's most kid actors are awful. You have one in a lifetime. Once in a blue moon, you get a kid actor that does a good job. Whoever that fucking kid is in this movie did a great job. Everybody did a great job. The chick was in it from the movie Spy or something like that. Spy something. She was in it. And she played a good part. Usually she plays in comedies, like the fat chick. I don't remember what she's called. McCartney or something. I want to say Melissa McCartney, but I think I might be saying it wrong. She was in it. She played a fantastic fucking part. I hate when she plays the comedy role. It's fucking annoying to me. There's also a movie where she plays like a con artist with Bateman. And that movie's fucking terrible. Anyways, so that movie was great. And that was the best movie of the week. So if you had to choose one of those three movies between Burnt, Emily the Criminal, Tucker, and St. Vincent, I would choose St. Vincent. Anyways, those are the movies. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. You can always check us out another time at twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Or you can watch the podcast every single Sunday on Podbean, YouTube, and iTunes. We're also on Spotify now. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. It's always better to tune in live. You can always donate money and subscribe. Appreciate that. And tell a friend about the podcast. Don't drink too much and don't drink too little. Go watch my T-Funk video.